Hello, torchbearers. Alex here with Spirit Guide Apothecary, and I have got a pick-a-pile reading here for you today. But I want to kind of go through a couple things first because it's been a second since I've seen you. I've got the Wolf Spirit Guide going. I was channeling what guide would be right for this message today, and the wolf is what came up. But I wanted to show you, I do have a brand new spirit guide on my website, spiritguideapothecary.com. This is the Moth Spirit Guide. We went with patchouli and mint as a scent. Clarity and guidance are its key words. I wish you had smell-o-vision so you could smell it. But they've got the channeled messages here on the left and the right. And this is on my website, okay? So you can go check it out. Link down below here. And we also have a brand new subscription service that I'm sure you've heard about, but you can check that out, as well as booking one-on-ones and things like that on my website. And I want you to know the divination, at least in my opinion, is not meant to tell you what to do. It is meant to be a reminder, a confirmation for you. So only really apply the parts that apply to you in this message that really resonate for you. You really need to tap into your intuition to be able to see not only which pile is for you, because this is a collective message, but what part of that pile resonates in what ways for you. I'm using my lens to be able to tap into my guides and discern the messages that they're trying to get across, but it's going to come through the lens that I understand. So really try to find a way that these messages really apply to your specific journey. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get into this pick a pile. I'm going to do a little meditation here with some sound bowl for you to kind of tap you in, but this is pile 1 here on the left. I did a pocket watch as one of the little symbols here from your ancestors. This is pile 2 here in the middle, and we've got an old antique key. This is pile 3 here on the end, and we've got this actual antique earring that is actually from my great-grandmother. She used to wear it. My mother gave it to me, and so I love it. I wanted to use that as a little antique signifying. I think it might be Aphrodite that's on there, or Persephone. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But that's here for pile 3, okay? So let's get into a meditative state. Take a deep breath in through the nose and hold it for a couple seconds, and then release out through the mouth. Okay, hopefully that was enough time for you to pick a pile. If you were called to more than one pile, then just know that there's multiple messages there, and you can discern what parts of those messages are for you. I'll meet you over at your pile. Okay. All right, hello, pile 1. So you chose the pocket watch. It was fun kind of figuring out what items I was going to pick for the tops of the piles. And this pocket watch is actually a gift from one of my best friends, Kamar, for being his best man in his wedding. This is kind of interesting. It stopped on the time 7:43, it looks like. So that number could really mean something to you, 743. Let's get into your messages here. I've got a couple of cards for your pile here, and then I will pull some tarot cards just as a little confirmation and kind of like seeing where this journey kind of takes you. So the first card here is an art meditation card, and it says activation. And look at that. You see this handprint here with this heart that's almost got this eye in it, really kind of shooting out a pyramid kind of shape, as the kind of spine here is elongated through the chakras. I kind of see here red, orange, yellow, green, blue, a staircase that goes up, symbolizing ascension and kind of really activating kind of that energy that happened at birth. So your ancestors are wanting you to realize that right now is a time of reactivation. of a rebirth for sure. Let's see what I want to, before I get too into the message, I want to see what other cards are, but take a moment to really kind of tap into the energy of this card. There's so much symbology hidden in this deck. This is the Mystic Art Medicine Oracle Tools for Transformation, and they are literal art meditation cards. And it's so fun to kind of try to see exactly what maybe is being communicated as you kind of fall into the meditation process of it. Oh, wow. I said it was an activation, and then the star card that came out is I Remember. Soul Plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. You see this pool of energy. You see them kind of focusing their creative energy and kind of where it's even placed at the birth area of her womb, kind of birthing this new energy. You remember. Do you remember your authentic self? Do you remember the reason that you came here? Just tapping into the energy, the kind of soul energy that is going on behind her. I really am getting cauldron energy, so kind of creating that manifestation. Your life is a canvas. That's so funny, kind of creating like a cauldron, adding potions and concoctions. Your life is a canvas. You're the artist, the manifestation, creative accountability. So creative accountability, really being held accountable to the activation and the rebirth that you're creating. You're co-creating with spirit, so you've got to paint this canvas. You've got to be a co-creator. You can't allow for this canvas. Stop handing over the paintbrush. You're the creator. This is your life, your canvas that you are creating. It's time. The time symbology here, it's like constantly checking. And you actually got 3 cards from this Star Oracle deck. So it's interesting. You're the only deck the only pile that got 3 cards. And so the third message is water your garden, nourishment, body, care, tenderness, and rest. You need to be nourishing your canvas so that you can actually paint. It's like almost like you've been given this opportunity to remember and to recreate this canvas through activation, which feels like very difficult to go through that rebirth, because it's a lot of energy and a lot of integration, but needing to step away so that you can fully have the perspective shift. You see how far away she is? Do you see how she's up on this mountain here? And here it's like her back is to her, needing to take you time to be able to really discern the messages that the ancestors have been trying to give you, the downloads, and really you've already received it. It's just about integrating it. It's like actually being silent enough to be able to allow this integration to come through. Let's see what this Blue Messiah, magnetism, and that's the second card talking about manifestation, magnetism, the attraction, the law of attraction here, the law of okay, no, they want me to leave it there. Look, a thumbprint, the ripple effect. I'm seeing kind of a seed. I'm also seeing like pathways, coming back, rivers, coming back to source. The magnetism, it kind of looks like the energy that's behind her here. You see all these kind of wispy lines, completely different deck, but very similar kind of energy. Even here with the kind of prism kind of energy, it's very similar, kind of breaking that free of those prisms that you have placed upon yourself, or this like limitation that your canvas has to look a certain way. You've even got primary colors here with this red and blue, really like almost like coming up like the Matrix, like the red pill or the blue pill. Which one are you going to take? Do you want to remember, or do you want to forget again? Yeah, and this almost looks like a womb again, like a person with a womb, and like there's a pregnancy or like a thumbprint here in the center. So if you're trying to get pregnant, then just let go of the, if that resonates for you, then just let go of the stressors on it and allow for the magnetism, the attraction to kind of happen. Paint your canvas that you're really wanting to have. What do you see? What are you wanting to live? What are you wanting to experience? And then the last card here is the actual ancestor card, and I'm going to read this one from the ancestor oracle cards, the Jade Sky book. I'm going to read it to you, and that's funny. This is the bear spirit here, so I'm going to pull the bear crystal out. Pile 1, I want you to tap into the healing energy of the bear spirit, to allow for its strength, for its ferocity, to help you feel protected as you go through this rebirth. We've got so much mother energy, yet so much mothering energy, as well as like being mothered. And every time there's a split with Pile 1. I do think some of you are really wanting to take that step into motherhood, or may be doing so, or already have, but I'm really getting this sense of like a rebirth of your inner child, you being the mother of your inner child, you being the protector of this child and speaking your truth, and you see all this blue energy here, speaking your vibrational frequency. That's your throat chakra, the blue portal here, the blue, she's going into the waters, being, the waters of rebirth, the blue energy here as kind of that pure white kind of comes around, culture, resilience, beliefs. So I'm going to read this message, but I promise you I'll probably say things wrong, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to leave this activation here. Actually, there's not as much room as I would like, but we will manage here. I like to leave the imagery as visible as possible for you, because there's like little hidden things in some of these cards and stuff, especially here. So before I channel the message, before I read the message that's in the book, I want to pull a couple of tarot cards just to give me an idea of where exactly you are, if what I've been picking up is this rebirth. And it's funny because I have the wolf going, and that's all about freedom and connection, making the connections. This is very much, I even got the reference of like plugging into multiple telephone lines so that you can hear different kind of frequencies. And maybe you've been really fragmented and all over the place, and that's why they're wanting you to kind of water your garden. Yeah, look, and here she is kind of putting on a performance, having to carry all these drinks, and they're kind of about to fall over because she's also like dancing and performing. And look at all these like people that are in shadow, and yet she's so bright. She's the light. She is literally like stepping through this veil. You see this kind of like veil energy. This is the 5, 6, 7. This deck always confuses me. I think it's the 7 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. And then right after that, what came after that was in reverse, the 7 of, oh gosh, Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the 7 of Wands. So you got 7, 7 here. And didn't I say it was 7:42 on the watch? So that's really interesting. A lot of 7 energy. Let me make sure there's not any other 7s anywhere. These don't have numbers. And then at the bottom of the deck, okay, hold on, sorry. See how they're going up a ladder here, the 7 of Wands? You're kind of climbing your passions. You're leaving behind this, the expectations, or the effect of others' expectations on you. See, she's kind of going forward, and they're all like kind of judging her. But that's gotten you in your head a bit, which is why this feels so like the perspective feels so kind of like pulled back. I'm really getting that maybe you've been kind of down a bit, kind of here, really feeling struggled to try to climb these ladders. But don't worry, you've been building along the way. You have been kind of climbing, and here with the 1, 2, 3, 4 of Pentacles, you're kind of going into a new adventure as the rabbit kind of here has faced his battles, and you see he's leaving this town, this city behind, all this chaos and all this judgment behind, to sail into calmer waters, to go into watering your own garden. Okay, that's definitely the correct message then that came through, like not allowing for someone else to paint your canvas. You paint your canvas. You are the artist. You add to your potion. You focus on your activation. Mother your own inner child. Mother your own inner child. Okay. Remember. Oh my God, I remember who you are. And that's what I've been talking about this whole time. I didn't even see that. I remember who you are. You're magnetic. You are literally attracting. Look, magnetic. You're attracting. You're this light, and everything is coming towards you, but you got to focus on watering your garden and not getting trapped in your mind, not getting trapped in this prisma. Your life is a canvas. You're the artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Be accountable for your life. I remember your soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay. Culture. Oh wow, I opened right to it. Remember who you are. So I'm probably going to say it wrong, but the Inui, the Ainu, of northern Japan were animists who handed down their culture knowledge through rituals, storytelling, and songs. Traditionally, Ainu women held their arms and lips tattooed when they were old enough to be married. The lip tattoos, you can see them here, were also for keeping away evil spirits and enabled the bearer to reunite with her loved ones in the afterlife. Over time, the Ainu were oppressed, marginalized, and prohibited from practicing their traditions. They were forced to assimilate with Japanese customs and banned from being tattooed. That's crazy. This meant they couldn't get married or join their deceased ancestors. Many Ainu women went into hiding and continued to follow their traditions. These days, Ainu women don't have tattoos on their lips, and few continue their 1,000-year-old traditions. The Ainu were formally recognized as distinct indigenous group by a Japanese government in 2008. Recently, there has been a call for the revival of a new culture. Ancestors speak. You are more resilient than you know. You have been through so much in your life, yet you are still here, a strong survivor. Remember who you are and what you wanted when you were younger. Remember, I talked about your inner child. Remember who you were before people told you who you should be. Paint your own canvas. It's time to evoke your original self. It's not too late to reconnect with your truth. Divinatory meaning. Remember how wonderful you are. You have forgotten the many gifts and great potential you have that you have. Take a moment now to slow down and remember what you originally wanted out of life. Recall who and where you wanted to be. There is still so much time left for you. Do not give up. Reconnect with everything that creates joy in your life, and remember and make your heart sing. Wow, that was beautiful. Your authentic self. Remember your reason, your authenticity. A lot of water energy. I hope that helped, Pile One. I hope you found something that resonated in there. Oh, I did want to pull a couple of little voice reminders from the woods. The Whispering Woods. Let's see what they had to say as a final message for you. A message from your ancestors whispering through the woods. Okay. Trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits upon. Trust your wings, not the placement that you are at, not the place and situations that are around you or the people. Trust you, your authentic self. Anything else for Pile One? Okay. Oh, wow, music came out, and we were talking about music and dancing and singing and connection and music. There is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods, if only we listen. Okay, Pile One, I hope that helped for you. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Mwah, mwah. Hello, Pile Two. Okay, let's get into your message here. What do your ancestors want to let you know at this time? You chose the antique key. So what doors are you wanting to open? What things does this unlock? Thinking it could be from your ancestors makes me think like what treasures or what past knowledge or even doorways that they could help open for you that maybe you've been trying to open on your own. And the reason you were attracted to the key is because they have the gift to be able to help you. So let's see what their messages are for you. I'm going to start with the Art Meditation deck. This is the Mystic Art Meditation Oracle cards, okay? So, fertility came up here, which I don't know if I can show, but Lord have mercy. I hope I can. Don't report me, please. Giving you a second to kind of tap into the energy there. 1 second. Okay. Okay, so fertility came out here, and she is, there's these deer here at the bottom. There's a pathway up. I'm seeing so much abundance, and you even see a woman here, like there is this liquid or this energy kind of pouring out here as this woman lays down kind of beneath this goddess with all this abundance kind of coming up. And you see she's protected here with these warriors, one facing this direction, one facing the other. And even up in the sky, you can kind of see some faces, some like warrior people kind of riding on horse or on some kind of animal. Definitely seeing lots of faces up here in the clouds, surrounded by this green aura of very Gaia energy, very much connected to the earth. So your ancestors could have been druids, could have definitely been something connected to the earth. Let's see what messages here came up. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Are you trying to micromanage the universe? Are you trying to force a direction that maybe isn't, because you aren't seeing exactly what is going to happen? It makes you worry. It's easy to do, we think we know exactly what's best for us, but sometimes we've got to just let go and let the universe take this next part over for us. Co-creating with the universe doesn't mean always having to actively do something. You may be the pile, if this resonates for you, that you may be the pile that needs to take a little step back and let the universe show you how fertile and show you the abundance that's coming your way without you working so hard. My will to thy will. The cosmic heart. I was funny talking about all this green energy. Devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. You see her heart is just like vibrating out, expanding, bringing color to all of this darkness here. That's the second kind of swirling energy. It's like through your words, you create this beautiful energy in the universe of transformation, but you've got to also create a breath for yourself. You've got to create a doorway that only you have the key to, so that you have the access to this fertility energy, giving it to you before giving it out to everybody. The next card that came up is, I talked about horses and people riding animals, and look, willpower. There's a person there's a horse kind of bursting forward, multiple horses. 7, 8, 9. This is the number 9, in case that resonates for you. There are, again, with like figures kind of hidden off in the distance. Magic. This is almost like riding in. This is chariot energy. The cosmic heart, like opening. You really surrendering to the will of source is what I want to say. You really kind of surrendering to your wildness a bit here, kind of going forward. And there's a lot of wind energy and movement with this like kind of swirling energy. You've got wind here, wind there with breath. The cosmic heart, all of this swirling energy and this movement, momentum with this willpower. Tapping in, what does willpower mean to you, right? We kind of have this idea of looking at willpower as kind of almost suffrage, as kind of like, well, I have a strong willpower, but like, how can we positively look at willpower? How can we look at ways that we do have a strong will, as opposed to just the times when we feel like our willpower is tested, right? By really kind of riding forth bare, completely authentically present within that power. And so go with the flow came out from the ancestors. You see how they're relaxing, and didn't I kind of say that you needed to take a step back and kind of rest? Breath of the cosmos, needing to really go into kind of retreat mode a little bit here. Go with the flow, let go, rest, manifest. Really take some time to create something for joy, for your pleasure. I want to pull a couple of tarot cards just to kind of get an idea before I read you the message in the book here for this ancestor card. But you see just like kind of the beauty of what they are, of community, of being together to create this this kind of recipe. You see they're both working at it. They're laughing and smiling. They're creating baskets or something with weaving back there. It's got a lot of similar energy. These browns kind of coming through, these earthy tones, the greens showing up yet again. You're very connected to this earth. I would definitely say that your ancestors feel that. You're very connected to this earth. Okay, so let's see here. I got the Whispering Wood. Okay, well, I don't believe in mistakes. I grabbed the Whispering Wood by accident instead of the tarot. But that's okay. We'll get some words here. What do the ancestors want to whisper to you? Journey, branch out to new worlds. And adventure, live wild and free. Wild and free, like this horse here. Live wild and free. Maybe you've been responsible for this key for far too long, and it's time for you to set this key down and to be a little bit more spontaneous. Maybe not locking, I don't mean locking physical doors, but not being so guarded, not feeling like you have to protect your heart all the time. Your cosmic heart, you see all this energy, let it burst free. The fertility will flow if you want it to, if you allow it to. If you surrender to it. You see, she's down here surrendering to it. She's not working her booty off. She's not working her booty off. She's breathing her to the cosmos. She's not micromanaging the universe anymore. She's dancing in her willpower, celebrating her willpower, celebrating, her magic, or their magic. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards want to say here. I'm going to do a little bell dong, okay? What do the tarot cards want to say for your highest good? Where are you heading in this journey at this time? Oh, okay. The 10 of, wow, okay, the 10 of Pentacles here. Interesting. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6 of Pentacles here. Balance and balancing those scales. And then next we have the Page of, I believe, Wands. It's always hard to tell with this deck, but I think Fox is Wands in this deck. Okay, let me stick with these 3 cards here. You have completion here with your kind of monetary, makes sense as well. But you see how they're kind of winning over this squid, and it's almost like this squid didn't, or this octopus, I'm sorry, didn't want to, actually it kind of looks like a squid too, didn't want to mess with them. It's like kind of a little grumpy. Well, like through dedication, you've won through. This inner child has been called back. These are your inner childs being here, and your energy was a little bit kind of like, I don't want to play. I don't want to be in that. But that play and that joy and that acceptance is what leads you to all of this monetary success. It's what leads you to the abundance, retapping into those inner child moments in your life and in your past and in your future. See, kind of like balancing the energy and having more fun is definitely coming out. Being more wild, not being so uptight, not being so focused on a concrete plan. Throwing caution to the wind a little bit. There's a lot of wind energy. Listen to the wind and the way that it's calling you. Go with the flow. See here with this balance kind of card, a lot of it is kind of here in the physical. It doesn't have to be, just because it's coins doesn't mean it has to be monetary, but it's just things that kind of bring you physical connection in this life. So like things that are more 3D and materialistic. And then you have the Page of Wands and kind of this red energy that's here kind of creating with imagination, putting on a show, again with kind of the playing and kind of not being so much like balancing the scales, not being the one that's sitting there like, okay, I need to make sure that this is in balance. You need to throw that out the window a little bit is what Spirit's wanting you to do. Go with the flow a little more and take a breath. Trust that the abundance will flow through Spirit's connection. Let me read you this go with the flow card. I may pronounce some of the words wrong, but this is the Ancestor Spirit Guidebook by Jade Sky. And it's got ancestors from all over, which I love because you get to hear a little story, little anecdote, and it's got divination meaning. So I'm going to read it to you. Okay, indigenous Fijians, from Fiji, I'm assuming, refer to themselves as Kai Viti. Viti meaning the islands, and Kai meaning people. Kai Viti villages are close-knit communities that have many rituals regarding gifting, a way of welcoming, honoring, celebrating, and acknowledging relationships. The process of giving and receiving reflects the ebb and flow of nature. Gift-giving cultures tend to be ones of feasting and ceremony. Fiji is no exception. Yakona kava is a ceremonial drink made from the roots of the pepper plant. It holds a significant place in Fijian culture, and it is considered an insult to refuse an offer of yakona. Traditionally, yakona ceremony may welcome a guest or mark a special occasion. Fijians also share yakona more informally at gatherings for storytelling sessions or when chilling out and relaxing. The Fijians call this island time when there is no need to rush or worry. No need to rush or worry your adventure. You're on an adventure, on a journey. There's no need to rush or worry about it. You're falling into place exactly where you're supposed to. Divine timing, my love. There's no need to rush or worry about things that might not happen. Sharing yakona with friends and family strengthens bonds and identity. Relax and let go and go with the flow. You don't need to control a situation. Know everything that is going to happen or plan everything in advance. Time out is just as important as time doing. So don't feel guilty about gifting yourself some relaxation. When you go with the flow, you can manifest more quickly and easily. Divinatory meaning. When you're trying to force a situation, it can block the natural flow. Take time out to relax and gather your thoughts. Once you have loosened up, release any fears or self-doubt, trust in the universe and see where it directs you. To help you relax and go with the flow, imagine a healing white light flowing through every part of your body, just as water flows in a river. When you are ready, affirm that the universe is taking care of everything. Take a deep breath and relax. That's beautiful. Pile 2, I hope that message resonated for you. I love you and I see you soon. Thank you to you and your guides and my guides to helping bring this message together and for spending some time with me on my YouTube channel. Mwah. All right, pile 3. So you chose the earring, and I had to use a little flower to try to keep it up for y'all to see. Hold on, let me get it to focus here. Come on. There we go. And it's got a statue on it, and it's actually it is one that you screw on, so you don't have to have a piercing. But let's see what your ancestors want to, oh wow, it stayed up like that. Let's see what your ancestors want to tell you. Let's find out. Okay, so this is the Mystic Art Meditation deck, Oracle cards, and there is a bunch of symbology through the entire image. And the first card that you got here is the Strength card. You see all these cracks kind of here on their face, kind of like, while surrounded by, I see a lot of animals. I see an elephant here, a giraffe, an antelope, an owl. I'm seeing some like snakes and stuff like that. So really transformation, but being surrounded while you are bursting through and healing. Strength. It's been a long journey. It's been hard, but this is the light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm getting here. And I'm getting like an inner strength of needing to really like hold your shit together. Excuse my language. While oh, it's funny too, because you kind of have like this statue here, and it's like almost like the cracks in the statue, the cracks in I heard Medusa. Like you have been transformed. You've been misunderstood, but now you are being transformed and breaking free of limiting constraints. Let's see what magic came out here. Earth School. You came down here. You dove into this opportunity. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. That's why it's been so hard for you, pile 3. You dove into these crashing waves, kind of coming into you, so that you could really get through so much in one lifetime. You were like, I want the program, turn the program level up to 10, and I've got this. And you dove in and kind of had to face a lot of turmoil. And the other card that came out here was vibration. Do you see all of this connection here? So 5, 6, 7, this is the card number 7 here, combined number. So 7 could be a vibrational connection to you. And you see all these almost like cells. You came down here, you plugged into this kind of like matrix, and you see they kind of resemble even the beads like on their head. all of this is connected through green energy here too. And it's almost like very much like plugging into the universe to be able to learn your lessons like quickly. I'm getting that your ancestors are trying to remind you of that, trying to remind you of the strength of your, inner wisdom, that you chose to come down here and do this, that this wasn't done to you. This is done for you, and you were a part of the plan. And yes, it took all of these lessons to be able to fully get there, but there was a reason, and you are protected. The elephant is all about harmony and actually ancestor wisdom. The owl is all about wisdom and being your own inner wisdom keeper. You've got so many animal guides here that are supporting you. The Knight of Wands. Do you see your sight here? What you set your sights on will manifest and will turn into something worthwhile, will be abundant. Hold on, let me get it to focus here. If I can get the camera to. Will be something worthwhile. You've set your sight out on this, and it's finally like happening. It's finally completely coming into vision. You're seeing how your passions have led you to this new school, this earth school. You came here to dive into this new passion so that you could see, I want to get the card now, so that you could have the courage, look, the courage card, and so that you could see exactly what you wanted to create and then pull it into this reality so that you could see how it manifests. You see the Have Courage card here? This is the message from your ancestors. Okay? I'm going to read that from the guidebook here. I want to get a couple more tarot cards here for you, pile 3. I don't know if those are yours. Okay, okay. Let me cleanse this energy. There's going to be a bell dong here. I'm getting that there's going to be spotlights on you. Like you may be someone that is meant for big things. I'm really getting that you're kind of my healing pile. You are meant to really create so much through your way of seeing things, through your vision. Yeah, look, the what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of cups. Yeah, V6. Okay, the 6 of cups with the whale kind of coming up here. I'm getting a lot of conjuring energy of like summoning forth this ancient spirit, this ancient wisdom. And the reason you came through all of these lessons was so that you could see again, so that you could have the sight again, so that you could go into new directions and be able to manifest and create and capture the things that are meant to be yours. Do you see how all of these wands are kind of hers at this time here? You've got all of these little fishes and all of these people that are surrounding you and a lot of spotlight energy, but you're meant to really be the king here and to not let these energies pull you aside. Focus on your energy and what your magic is, because you've got to have the courage. And look, the strength says down here, it says on the bottom, strength, and you got the strength card again. So that's like, you have hard lessons, but it's because you're meant to singularly be fearless and be a warrior. Excuse me. Yeah, get rid of this energy that's not for you, people's opinions, their way of viewing. You are strong. Be stoic. Be strong in your warrior stance. Stand up for what you believe in. Have courage. Let me read this from the deck here. Strength, fearless warrior. This is from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards from Jade Sky. And so, let me read this for you here. Have courage. I want you to be able to see it, so hold on. I'm going to move it here. And then I'm going to put this one here. You dove down into this portal, having the courage to do it, to be able to receive the connection and the wisdom so that you could see again. So that you could summon forth your ancient spirit, your ancient wisdom, this ancestor wisdom, and be strong about it. And really go forward creating your magic. the Maasai people of Kenya and have stayed true to tradition despite losing much of their land to European settlement. In Tanzania. They build kraals, the Maasai homes that provide security and protect the people and animals in the tribe from trespassers and predators like lions. Wow, that's funny. I was talking about that energy with like people seeing you and really a lot of eyes being on you, that you're going to be in the spotlight. From trespassers and predators like lions. From a young age, Maasai boys are trained to become warriors by their fathers and elders in the tribe. The boys must go through various rituals and ceremonies to provide their strength. That's really interesting because the strength card came out and I was kind of talking about that from the beginning, and here we have as a confirmation that you had to go through this so that you could be the warrior that you are, so that you could provide the healing and you could really bring the healing to the collective energy and to this consciousness, to the collective consciousness. Okay. Traditionally, a young Maasai male had to hunt and kill a male lion, which is referred in the strength card in the traditional tarot. So we don't even have the strength card in the traditional tarot here, but you've got it so much so in these two cards here. The dangerous tradition, to show that he had to kill the male lion of his own, on his own, to show the tribe that he had the courage and the strength to be a true Maasai warrior. The dangerous tradition could result in injury or death. Lions were only ever hunted for this initiation, or if they posed a threat to the Maasai people or their animals. Maasai life centers on their cattle, the primary source of their food and the measure of their wealth. They bravely face challenges to protect their animals, the family, and their culture. The ancestors speak. You are stronger than you think. Persevere and do not give up in fear. You have the full support of the universe. You are not alone. Believe in yourself and your strength. You can weather this storm. Even though you can't see it yet, there is a wonderful rainbow light at the end of the tunnel, waiting for you on the other side of this trying situation. Right now, the most important thing that you can do is trust in yourself and the universe. Dig deep within your soul. Keep focused on what is needed to move through or fix a challenge. Then step forward with positive intent. You have been through a lot in your life, and this obstacle won't stop you now. Stand firm. Draw strength from all that is important to you and be warrior-like. Know that you can do this. Oh, that was beautiful. You've got this. I want to get a couple, or as a last message, you're standing strong in your strength and you're having the courage to face this. And they wanted you to do this to show you that you are supported, but that you didn't need anybody's solutions. You could create those solutions yourself. And it didn't mean that it wasn't hard, but it made you the person that you are. And that's a beautiful, beautiful person. Surprises are coming forward. Under the most ordinary stone is a undisturbed garden. Flow. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. I want one more. Okay. They told me that your sight is, like, see how she's kind of got this triangular sight? It's like, try to open it up a little bit. Try to focus your sight more from your heart. See how this one is a bubble here? Try to focus more from your heart and what your heart sees and your third eye might see. See how their eyes are closed. Standing strong in your kind of intuition. So that you can feel the flow and actually fall into it, so that you can be open to the surprises and actually receive them, so that your hands can be open to have them and not guarded. Spirit, one more card for pile 3 here. I don't think they want to bring it out. You don't want to see it. It's because you need to find the answer. So I'm going to leave it. One more card for pile 3. Okay. Music. There is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods, if only we listened. You see how long I had to shuffle for? You've got to have the strength to dig deep, to get to that root of the of your message, of what you're meant to tap into on your collective energy, okay? I hope that resonated for you, Pile 3. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Mwah.